I ain't hungry. First, I always say hungry dogs run fast. I ain't hungry. I'm starving.
Hurd takes the snap. He's back. He's going to run. He's in. Touchdown! Jalen Hurd.
When that cage opens up again, our teeth are snarling. We're drooling. We're ready. We're hungry, ready to hunt again.
Dallas. We hate you. Racing snow. The Eagles train to go. The Eagles win.
And again, and again, and again.
It ain't about them. It's about us. We play up to our potential. Each and every one of us together. Nobody can beat us. I promise you.
What is up, my Brus, my bird Brus? We are back. It's another Speaking Birds. It's your boy Speaks, joined here with John. We're missing Clayton today, but he'll be on the pregame show later in the week, I'm sure. What's going on, John?
How we doing? How we living?
Dude, doing great. Eagles, our Eagles, who beat the Los Angeles Rams in the divisional round to move on to the NFC Championship game. They win a close one, 28-22. You were at the game. I want to get started with that. Talk me through that, man. What's the vibe? That was an instant classic to be at. I mean, probably top 3 Eagles games that I can remember. And I only say top 3 because I'd have to, I don't know, maybe top 2, maybe 1. What was it like?
Oh man, it was great. Started a little rough. We missed the first train down, so we got down there a little late for the tailgate, which is actually kind of fine because it was pretty freezing and sleeting and pouring as we got there. So, had a couple drinks in the parking lot. Waddled in there, got a couple playoff towels.
Oh yeah, got to get those.
Yeah, it was great, man. Electric, priceless memory. Priceless memory.
God.
Shout out to Bartlestone hooking up the ticket.
Friend of the show.
Yeah,
He's
man.
priceless.
Priceless memories. It was phenomenal. Phenomenal experience.
But the train is even a tailgate. You were saying
that
it's like packed, it's packed with fans. I mean, the thing gets started right when you leave the door. I'm assuming.
Oh yeah. I mean, they were singing the fight song on the subway the whole way down. People were getting boozed up. It was great.
Oh my God.
They pack you in there like sardines, though. I mean, you are packed in.
Oh yeah. What's so how was the stadium? I mean, with the snow and everything, was it pretty uncomfortable?
Beautiful.
Or was it? Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, I mean, I had a ton of layers on. I was warm the entire time. I mean, it was cold. Don't get me wrong, but I was completely warm. The stadium was beautiful. The snow's coming down. I have one video on my phone I'll have to send you. It was, I don't know, paradise almost.
Yeah, of course. Well, it gets a little warmer too when it starts to snow, right? Like the snow, if I remember it correctly, it kind of like warms it up, and plus you get a little shooter or two in you.
Oh yeah,
warm up the blood, man. That's awesome. That looked like a great experience. That Jeez, man. It looked like they were pretty in it. I know I sent it to you guys kind of mid-game. It looked like kind of the crowd was dying off a little bit. And I was like, I don't know if I like this. But then they got back into it.
Yeah. I mean, just about every time they gave up, I think they gave up 7 sacks, but every time they give up a sack, it got a little quieter and and then obviously Saquon rips off the 2 big runs, and I mean, you could have heard that from a mile, dude. That stadium was loud, electric. It was electric.
I think I heard it in LA.
Yeah, man, it was hype. I was screaming, jumping. The whole crowd's going crazy.
Ooh, God, jumping up and down, slip.
Oh man, yeah, just high-fiving everyone around me.
What would you do food and brew wise? Did you get food in the tailgate? I know I see reels online. Tons of great food. You can get good cheesesteaks, brisket cheesesteaks, anything like that.
Yeah, you can. I didn't eat a damn thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Straight booze.
Like yeah, if you're like me, once you get going, that's the last thing I want is food.
Yeah, I don't think I ate anything.
and I gotta go on record here, and this is something I discovered in the wild card game. I gotta say, I don't even like eating watching the game. I think I have this, it's like, oh, it's a party, got to get some food. And I'm like, first of all, I don't have time to cook it. I'm missing some of the game. Second of all, I don't really like eating while the game's on. So I think I'm done with it. I'm done with the party favors during the game. Just strictly a couple drinks if you want them. you know.
Did you get the cheesesteak going or no?
Oh my God, it was amazing. It was really good. One of the best.
Nice.
One of the best cheesesteaks. I didn't do it last week though. I was like, man, if I do something, it's got to be like pre-prepared, something I can grab. Like, I'm not cooking up a hot cheesesteak because halftime these days, I don't know if halftime got like shorter,
Way
but
shorter.
now,
Way
I'm like,
shorter. Yeah.
I get to the kitchen, I start preparing. It's like it's already back on. I'm like running around. It's too much,
Yeah,
much. But man,
For sure.
amazing. So yeah, Eagles win. And I gotta say this. I'll apologize, dude. I'm negative, man. I am a negative. Look, I will. This is on the record. Nothing but positivity this week. I will not succumb to my negative mentality. And here's where the negative mentality comes from. It's me trying to protect myself from a loss.
Right.
You know? It's like
Right.
me trying to set it up. Oh, we don't have this. We're not blah blah blah. Because I'm scared of that feeling of losing. But not this week. Not this week. It's all positivity. And during the game, it's all positive. It's all positive. But
Well, here's the thing. I didn't see too much on the phones because I had to take my gloves off to use the phone. So it was like barely
God.
came out of my jacket at that point. I was like, Jesus, because I had 2 pairs of gloves on. You know what I mean? I'm like just trying to
Right.
rip them off so I can text. And then the texts aren't going through. I was trying to call Laura, send her a
Shoot.
video, and that wasn't going out. So I was like, you know what? I'm done with it. I just stuffed it and watched the game.
That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. Did you
Yeah.
get like how do you manage? Because I love going to like live sporting events, but it's like sometimes if you want a beer, you're waiting in line, you got to use the bathroom. Like, how did you manage that? Were you did you kind of just stay put, or were you moving around a little bit?
I don't know if it's because we were on the lower levels, but man, we didn't wait in line for anything. It was incredible.
That's great. Oh, that's
Not the
amazing.
bathroom, not to get a beer, nothing. There was no line.
That's amazing. That's great.
Yeah.
All right. Well, cool, man.
Yeah, it was great.
And then
Started with a couple Kona big waves.
who in the stadium?
Yeah. Yep.
Nice. I like that. Yeah, man. That's
Slowly
amazing.
mixed in the Bud Lights. I don't know if they had Miller Lite. I didn't really see any. So
They got those like green bottles I saw like
yeah,
online.
yeah.
They
They
got
have the
guys.
Eagles logo on them. I almost brought one home, but
Just come
just
back with
getting it out
12.
of the stadium. So
Yeah.
I lost my right hand 2 pair of gloves somewhere in the stadium. I lost a beanie hat.
Ooh.
I was falling apart towards the end, dude.
Dude,
It was a
falling
lot of
apart.
stress. A lot of stress.
How was it getting out of there? Was
Awful
it like
because it was
easy?
dumping snow at that point.
Yeah, at least you weren't driving though. Like, man, I saw
Yeah.
like you see online these people are taking their cars out. I'm like, good God. Can't even imagine having to drive out of there.
I had talked to one of my buddies from paintball that Bartle also knows too, and he said he was going to the game. They ended up giving us a ride home, but it definitely took a good while.
Wow. Yeah. I don't envy that, man. Driving in the snow, especially leaving an event. But I guess the vibes are high though. So everyone's kind of taking their
Oh, man,
time.
hype.
Yeah, just kind of chilling. Man, that's great. And so I feel good about it. Like going back and watching it, like I know I was kind of projecting some negative thoughts. And there's definitely things to pick apart, but man, I feel great about it.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, because it's one of those games like we're always like, yeah, it's all about winning, and I get that, but when it's snowing like that, and you just got to do you got that's
Protect
like
the
literal,
football.
yeah, and do what you got to do to win the game. Get out of there with a W.
Exactly. Yeah,
That's what they
exactly.
did. That's what they did.
However,
And,
you
like,
scrape by.
yeah, look, never am I less concerned about the passing game than I am now. I mean, like you can't pass.
Yeah, it was tough. It was definitely. I mean, it's tough to even be out there. Obviously, you can't wear the visor because it'll just get water all over it. But like, it's hard to see when you look up because you're just getting blasted with snow. It was. I mean, I'm sure it was tough on them.
I will say that, like, man, there was before it started snowing. I'm watching the game and I'm like, man, like Rams really came and like I'm like, give me the snow, give me because I had like it's like this has to work in our favor. We got to slow this Rams team down and let's use the snow to our advantage. Starts coming down, they start dropping balls, they start with the fumbling. Like I really do think the snow helped us out. We were prepared to play in it, and maybe that goes back to the practicing, getting out there in the cold. I mean,
Absolutely.
I'm not-
Rain, sleet, or snow. The Eagles ready to go.
Eagles trying to go, just like the intro says. But man, yeah, I think the snow came at the perfect time. Definitely helped us. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, absolutely. You know, the turnover started to happen. Gets tougher to get footing. You know, you have to kind of be soft on the feet so you don't slip and blow something big. So yeah, definitely help.
Man. Would you say Saquon Barkley is having the best season of an Eagles running back ever?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's a
obviously he's broken all the rushing records, but he's just incredible, man. And like from where we were sitting to, you could see those holes open up, and I just knew it. Like, especially the first one, because it was on our sideline. You just saw that hole open up, and I mean, he was gone. There was, no stopping him. It was
he does
incredible, dude.
he does
Incredible.
dude, he does that helmet tap. I mean, that's up there with what do they call it? Like the Hoskins the Hoskins bat spike,
Yep.
the Harper stare down. I mean, that's an iconic Philly moment, right? Man, I would like when he's just smacking his helmet. That's man, that got me so hyped. I can't imagine
And
being there. That would have been, oh my God.
I rewatched the game yesterday too, just to because at times like I'm going to the bathroom, a lot of things are going on. You can obviously lose a little bit of attention span there, but I rewatched it yesterday, and when I was watching from the end zone, like there was a view of him running that football. Man, he's running that thing violent.
Ooh, yeah. Man,
So
he's amazing. Let's man, what did he go for? It was like
I
205.
think so. Yep.
205. Man, what a beast.
2 touch.
Yeah. And initial word is Mitchell's going to be okay.
Yes.
I mean, Hurts will go, but I'm sure there's going to be a little, I'm sure there's going to be a little lingering something. But I don't know.
Yeah.
There's been no word in it. You don't know how bad it is. I mean, it's freezing out there. I mean,
Yeah, for sure. I mean, even after it, I thought he was moving around a little bit better than what they actually said, but I didn't think it looked that bad, to be honest. So I
yeah.
think he'll be okay. Obviously, we haven't heard anything on it, and then Mitchell says he's going to be fine to play, so that's good because they were picking on Isaiah Rogers pretty hard there after he went down.
Yeah. Yeah. I was surprised about that. Again, it's like one of these games. It's hard to really tell. I mean, yeah, sure. He kind of gave up. Yeah. He was in position to get an interception on that one ball, kind of gets out muscled a bit. I think there was a
Right.
couple other times, but I mean, like it is weather. It's so difficult. I mean, like you can't really judge a performance, right? I mean,
Absolutely.
it's like, but I'm excited. I mean, look, what is this like? It's like the sixth time in 23 years or something like that.
Yeah,
2 times.
yeah, I wrote it down. It's let me see if I still have it here, but I think that's correct.
I mean, 2 times in 3 years. I'll take that.
Exactly, yeah. Yep, second NFC championship in the last 3 years. Eighth trip to the NFC title game over the last 24 years. Only the Patriots have been to more. And the Eagles will host the conference title game for a 6th time over the last 23 years.
Love that.
Yeah, man, I'm hyped, dude. It was a blast. It was some of the most fun I've had in a long time. I needed it.
Yeah, I mean that
It was
like
great. It was great.
The only reason I say like top 3 just because you got to go in, but I mean like, well, think about like what other games would be. I mean like the Minnesota game would have been great, but even like I don't know, this game had that like it just had the moments. It had the snow. It's got I don't know, like what was the 22 game? Yeah, that was kind of like a wash. That wouldn't have been. It would have been great to be
Yeah.
at. But it's like there were moments. And it's like we win against a third string. I mean, I'd say this is probably that last game was probably the best one to be at. And like the
And
last
the snow just
year.
makes it incredible.
Oh, man,
It's like
I love
it
it.
just reminds me of like old playoff football. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't snow all that much anymore, especially during the games.
Right.
So it was phenomenal.
I don't know how you managed to get back into real life after.
Oh, it sucks, dude. I'm
after
ready to
that,
go back down this week. I'll be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
I looked at where we sat at tickets. They were $1,200 for this week.
Sheesh.
That's just one seat.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
I would go in an instant if I had the green light. I think Laura would probably beat me though.
Yeah.
Take out a small bank loan.
Small little bank loan. How are you feeling like confidence wise? I mean, this is like kind of a surging Washington team, and I'm sure we can get to it on our pregame pod, but like at least initial thoughts, initial temperature wise, confident.
I mean, yeah, I'm confident. I think the Eagles are the best team out there without a doubt. But I will say this: them Commanders looked pretty good. I watched that Lions game live. They look pretty dang good.
Yeah, they do. They definitely they're the hot team.
But also the Lions is a banged up defense. You know what I mean? And our defense is coming strong.
Number one.
Yeah.
Number one in the league. Man, I called it. Gotta tell you, I called it. I had a feeling. I had a feeling they were gonna lose. I don't know.
Lions, you did call that, yeah.
Yeah, you got that. Number one seed. You're sitting. You're banged up. Expectations and all that. I don't know.
I think obviously Goff didn't have the best game, but then they're doing all that cute stuff, and then they giving the ball to a wide receiver to throw, an interception downfield. I think that's just poor play calling, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah,
you don't put that into your $40 million quarterback's hands. You know what I mean? Let him throw that ball.
Yeah, no, I agree. And we talked about this a little bit on the pregame, but the interviews. Everyone's never, no one's going to sit there and admit that they weren't completely focused or they lacked some sort of preparation. But at the end of the day, maybe that did affect him. Ben Johnson.
Yeah, I agree. I do agree. I think they should shut that down for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Didn't affect Kellen Moore. All right.
Yeah.
The guy
might have.
Yeah, it may have. But
some of the calls were bad, especially the one on that safety. It's like, just get something out quick, man.
That he admitted that was his fault.
Yep, I saw that.
I said get Tanner in there when it happened, and I just meant if Hurts can't, if he's hurt, then we got to move on. You know what I mean?
Right. No, I agree.
In a game like that, I get living and dying with your guys, but look, we got to make a quick decision here. Like, this is season on the line. It's all hands on deck. And I don't want to see Pickett in there. Like, I don't want to have Pickett come in as a number 2 if that's the case. I mean, we
totally agree, but you know what? Jake Elliott's got to make these extra points, and that situation doesn't even matter in that case. You know what I mean? But obviously that wasn't the situation at hand, and it did matter. So Elliott's got to find a way to get better. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know where his head's at, but almost cost us.
It's getting close. It's getting close. It's getting to where it's inching to where it's going to cost us if this thing doesn't fix itself. You know what I mean? It's like it's getting closer and closer, and then God forbid this comes down, a trip to the Super Bowl for a 35-yard field goal.
Yeah, I mean, I'm scared. So,
but what do you do? I mean, you just gotta keep telling the guy you believe in him, and hopefully,
for sure, it's worrying. So yeah. He did come and make that big one. I think it was a 40-yarder and then like a 30-yarder. Those were 2 huge kicks. So
yeah, for sure.
But
yeah,
I mean, the easy ones you got to make. You got to make the easy ones.
Yeah, extra points should be a gimme.
Absolutely.
But man, who knew? Who knew we'd be sitting here? I mean, I think we all knew, huh?
Yeah, we knew.
16-3.
Yes, sir.
Man, but I'm telling you, Rams, I think did come out. They were looking to ball.
Yep.
They were looking to ball for sure. They were looking good.
I mean, Stafford's a great quarterback. There's nothing to take away from him. It's just, not in the snow.
Yeah, man, Jalen Carter, whoo,
animal,
just like absolutely insane. He just like, on that last play, he throws the guy. Well, not on the last play, but you know what I mean. The third down.
Yeah. The center looks away and he just beats him. Also has that big Also has the big punch out, the fumble,
Yeah,
which
the
is
punch
recovered by Isaiah Rodgers.
Dude, that
So-
play was amazing. It looks just like it looks so seamless. He just kind of scoops it up and goes.
Yep.
I mean, the ball is just bouncing to you. It's
Phenomenal.
amazing.
And the defense is playing great. I mean, the whole defense is playing great. The amount of turnovers that these guys are generating, for not having a lot in the beginning of the season, they've really, they're hitting their stride.
Yeah, man, I'm excited. It's gonna be a heck of a game. It was a heck of a game. I'm glad you got to go to it.
Yep.
Seems friggin' awesome. But we're gonna pop out. This is always gonna be just a short recap. But man, anything else you wanted to say on your end about the game?
No, man. Just mistake-free football. Continue just to get the job done, and go Birds.
Awesome.
Keep the main thing the main thing.
Main thing. We'll see you on the pregame show. Love Clayton there. Go Birds.
Go Birds.